in the flesh, in the booth, as I used to say many years ago. Good morning to you guys. This is another edition, episode 81 of this Good Morning Drive. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this going. This works real well with me doing this on Mondays, especially if I'm working, driving into work. Today is much later than I normally go on. I'm staying at work much later today, and the arrangement is if I'm staying later at work, I go in later. So that's what it is. This is how we do it. And we had a great sports weekend, and mostly we're going to be talking about sports today. And before we get into that, please like the content. If you like the content, subscribe, hit that notification bell on all. Your boy got all types of content coming at you. Hopefully I could drop off a video to you guys every day, or at least 3 or 4 days out of the week. I could drop you guys a video. We try to stay busy around here. We work hard for hours. Yeah, so and before we get to the topics, good morning to you guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I'm pretty sure I did. I had a pretty decent weekend. And I hope you guys have an awesome day today and an awesome week. Remember, if you're seeing a whole lot of negatives in your life, try to find the positives. You have to make a conscious decision to find the positives. Notice I said find, not be delusional and see negative things as positive. Find the positives, not create the positives out of nothing. Have some substance and deliver to yourself some positive news, some positive connotations, some affirmations. Think positively, move positively, and the best way to move positively is to try to move as productive as you can. Be constructive, be critical of yourselves, but not overly critical. Build on the critiques. You feel me? So always deliver yourself with a positive message. Yeah, I'm here to tell you that, but I cannot make your life positive. You got to make your life positive. It's all about self-awareness, self-empowerment. But yeah, you guys have a great one, for real. So we're gonna talk about this sports. Man, Canelo got washed. Salute to Bud. I called it. And when I called it, people got upset at me. Some of my own subscribers was like, really? You gonna really think Bud is gonna beat Canelo? Yes, sir. Some people that aren't subscribed to me use racial connotations and emojis and was calling me all types of names. Why? Because I said Canelo was going to get beat up by Bud, right? And that's exactly what happened. Go ahead. I think it was probably episode 78, 75, 70. I don't know. One of those. I probably have it in the comment, not in the comments, but in the title, something about Bud versus Canelo or Crawford versus Canelo. But salute to Canelo. I've never said Canelo was a bad fighter. He is a good fighter. He's a good boxer. But Bud is elite. And now we know every time when Canelo fights an elite boxer, he loses. And in my book, that's telling me that Canelo was or is a hype job, because they try to say Canelo is top 5 or top 1, number 1 pound for pound. When Canelo fought William Skull, the commentary, Christian, what's going on with you, man? Good morning to you. Thank you for coming through. Hey, the sound is good and everything. Thank you for coming through. Please hit that like. Everybody, please hit that like. Subscribe. Do what you do. But the Christian, man, thank you for coming through, bro. Hopefully I'm not too late. Nah, you're not too late. You just got in here. And I basically just started. I'm going into work later than I normally go in, so we just started. And we just started talking about Bud versus Canelo. And I'm gonna get at Canelo some more too. And again, a lot of people thought Canelo was gonna beat Crawford. And I remember talking to, so on my part time, my side hustle, is this guy. He was wearing a boxing shirt. It literally said boxing. It had no boxer on it, but I'm thinking he boxed. So I was like, yo, you think Bud is gonna beat up on Canelo? He's like, man, I don't know. Thinking, he did know a little bit about boxing, and I just wanted to have a boxing conversation. He's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Canelo's big and all this, that. And Canelo is such a great fighter. I'm like, don't be surprised if Bud come out there and wash Canelo. Don't be surprised. He's like, yeah, man, you got me thinking. I'm like, I'm telling you, I know my boxing, bro. Bud came out with that Philly shell. Sounds good. Oh, sounds good. Good. Thank you. I really appreciate you. All right, we got 13 people in here, or whatever number of people in here. Please hit that like. Definitely helps support the channel. It definitely helps my channel grow. I took 2 weeks off from YouTube by, I needed a little bit of rest, and now my channel is back in the dark ages. my videos do not go out to my subscribers. It's like they was like, you know what, we ain't gonna even push your channel no more. So, but yeah, please hit that like. It definitely helps. Any little bit of support helps, and it's greatly appreciated. But yeah, so Bud came out in that Philly shell, that hybrid Philly shell. Canelo could not do much, but he did land some good shots. And to my surprise, this was my surprise. To my surprise, Bud actually ate those shots. Canelo hit him right on the temple. It was a slow motion of that during the fight, and Bud ate it. Canelo, on the other hand, he did eat the majority of Bud's shots, but some of these shots that Bud hit him with surprised Canelo. You can tell because, matter of fact, on social media, there's a slow motion of it where he slips a straight by Canelo, and Crawford comes over the top with a hook, and Canelo turns his head. Oh shit, this is a real fight. He ain't gonna lay down for me like everybody else do. All right, let's see what we can do. And again, credit to Canelo. He's a good fighter, but just Bud is elite. You know what I'm saying? Bud is elite. Yo, what's going on? Cassandra Jackson, good morning to you. Please hit that like. Appreciate you coming through. I really do. Please hit that like. Clippy, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Blakey, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Please hit that like. Much appreciated if you guys hit that like. But yeah, so Bud did his thing. He completely washed Canelo. I'm looking at the scorecards of the at ringside scorecards, the unofficial scorecards, and they're giving rounds to Canelo where I saw Bud clearly won. I'm like, is this charity? You guys are giving Canelo charity rounds, and that's what happens when you fight Canelo. Even if you beat him in certain rounds, they give it to the other guy for whatever reason. And honestly, I think it's debatable the rounds that they gave Canelo. It's debatable. Look, when Canelo fought Floyd, he lost almost every round. When he fought Bivol, he lost almost every round. When he fought Bud, he almost lost every round. Now we know why Canelo did not want to fight David Benavidez. So maybe now is the good time for him to be like, you know what? He even said it at his own presser at Canelo. Canelo was like, yeah, I wanted to do certain things, but my body could just not go. What that's telling me is Canelo is due to retire very soon. very soon, maybe 1 or 2 more fights, and he's done. So maybe now he'll be like, okay, I'll fight Benavidez because I know it's over. So he should fight Benavidez, but that's not a big fight anymore, in my opinion. The big fight. Hold up. Jar, what's going on with you? Good morning. They hit the Pentagon. Don't tell me that. But anyway, good morning. Hope they didn't hit no Pentagon. We don't need any false flags. We don't need any real flags. We don't need any of that to happen in America. Don't let me get political in this live stream. But yeah, so the big fight, in my opinion, is if Crawford fights David Benavidez. If David Benavidez and Crawford fight, that would be the biggest, the enormous fight. That would be, in my opinion, that might even be bigger than Canelo versus Bud. All right, Battlefield Gaming, good morning. Spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. All right, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Y'all know my grandfather, he was a pastor. My grandfather was a pastor. I went to Catholic school. So there you guys have it, so I know a bit about my religion. Thank you for spreading that. That's awesome. And beautiful. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. Absolutely. Yeah. So Bud did his thing. Canelo got washed. I'm not gonna say he got embarrassed, but he definitely got washed. He got washed. And but at the same time, it was a good fight because it was good to see Bud throw down with Canelo. He sat in the middle of the ring. Turkey Al-Sheikh, the one who funded this fight and is trying to push boxing, made a comment that was rather controversial. He said he didn't want to see any more Tom and Jerry fights, referring to a certain type of fighter. They didn't want him to a certain type of fighter, which these certain type of fighters get called runners, and they're not running, they are boxing. It's a sweet science, hit and not get hit. We should know this by now. I don't care how small or big boxing is, we should know what boxing is all about. But a lot of people rather prefer the Mexican style of boxing, which is Canelo's style of boxing. I'm gonna just keep walking forward. No matter how many times I get hit, I am not going to evade these punches like that. I'm going to put on a show, and that's great for, I guess, entertainment. But when it comes to the purest form of boxing, I'd rather see the purest form of boxing. I want to see strategy. I want to see athleticism. I want to see ring generalship. I want to see accuracy. I want to see real skill. I want to see the art form of boxing. And to me, just walking forward, no disrespect, but that's just not the art form, right? It's just not. It's a style to box, but it's not a smart style. You will get hit, right? You will suffer those consequences. You will lose when you actually fight somebody who's elite, an elite boxer. You will lose. Either you're getting knocked out or you're getting styled on. And Bud styled on Canelo. He was in the ring smiling at him, laughing, getting extremely comfortable. I think Bud said that he wasn't impressed by his power. That's unheard of for somebody to move up all these weight classes, no matter what his walk around weight is. The fact that he moved up and did it to him like that is unheard of. That's unheard of. You don't hear about that. That just proves how good, just how good Crawford actually is. And, elephant in the room, I gotta talk about it. Canelo did get caught with PEDs, not for this fight, but when he fought Triple G and after he fought Triple G, he got caught with PEDs, clenbuterol, and I think it was the WBC raised the limit of clenbuterol that you could have in your system. Look it up. And Canelo has clenbuterol in his system, no doubt about that. So he has steroids, PEDs in his system that he's allowed to fight with. Nobody likes to talk about this because it's an ugly truth. It's a PED, whatever else was Ryan Garcia on, he got caught with PEDs, but he was caught with with Osterine, right? Which I think is a SARM. I'm not too sure, but whatever. You know, PEDs should not be in boxing at all. Canelo got beat because the PEDs did not matter. Bud is super special. What's up, Sage? How you doing, bro? Good morning to you, man. Thank you for coming through. Please hit that like if you can. Bud is super special. He's an elite boxer. He's in the same conversation of Floyd and Bivol and all the greats, the greats. You know, where does he go in the top 100 of boxing? I don't know. I think that's very debatable, but he's definitely a special type of fighter. Look, I have conversations with a homie of mine that you know, we go to this bar or whatever, and he walked up to me. You know, we were just talking out loud, you know, talking about boxing. He's like, man, you know a little something about boxing, man. Like, you know, why don't you text me so we could talk more about boxing, and we can you know, maybe meet up at that bar and whatever, right? So we've been going back and forth, and he's not with Bud, he's with Canelo and all this type of stuff. He can't believe that Bud beat up on Canelo the way he did. Enough on this subject. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on to oh, okay. Good morning. Let's move on to the Giants versus Cowboys. If you did not see this game was a classic, barn burner. Man, it was a good game. You know, I'm a Giants fan. My team lost. Already morning, bro. Hope you had a great day. Yeah, man. Thank you too, man. I hope you had a great one too, or have a great one, Mr. Sage Infinite. But yeah, so this Giants game was crazy. You know, I'm a Giants fan, so you know I'm going to look at the Giants more critical than just looking at the game. And, you know, Russell Wilson turned back the clock. And you know why I got to say this, right? The Giants could probably play like this throughout the whole season if their offensive line was actually good. If their offensive line was actually good, the Giants could actually play like this throughout the whole season. But I'm almost thinking this is a one and done for the Giants. I don't think the Giants are going to repeat this offensive output again this season. Maybe against the Saints, maybe because we play the Saints after we play the Chiefs. We might, I don't know, depending on injuries, we might be able to do that against the Commanders when we play them again. But I highly doubt we put up these type of numbers again versus anyone in the league. The secret is the interior line of the Giants is just piss poor. You know, we are not good up front. When the Giants are not good up front, or any team is not good up front, there's going to be major issues trying to get the ball down the field, right? The fastest blitz or fastest way to get, what am I doing? The fastest way to get to a quarterback is straight up the gut. So when you have a center and two guards that are basically below average, they are going to have major issues stopping the blitz, stopping a front four attack. When they played against Washington, those guys were healthy. Those guys were ready to go, and we got rocked. We got embarrassed by Washington. And you're right, Sage. That damn deep ball that Russell threw to Neighbors at the end of the game was simply beautiful. That was so beautiful. And why was it beautiful though? Because Russ still has the talent. But against the Cowboys, their interior line is just not strong like that. So we held our own against the Cowboys. We held our own, right? So he was able to deliver that ball. And, you know, Neighbors is looking like a deep threat now. How good is Neighbors, dog? Neighbors is a all-around talent at wide receiver. He could beat you with the quick game. He could beat you with mid-game. He got routes for days, and he got the speed to go down the field. Also, Wendell Robinson, that little dude, he's super shifty, he's fast, he's fearless, and Russell delivered the ball to them both down the field. Neighbors had 2 touchdowns. Russell had 3 touchdowns, I thought. And yeah, man. Or no, was it 4 touchdowns? I can't remember. But Russell had a crazy good game. It was a great game. But as a Giants fan, I'm like, yo, we gotta fire the defensive coordinator. We gotta get him out of there. We gotta get him out of there. Yeah, right, Sage. Neighbors was elite yesterday. He has crazy good speed, and he can run the whole route tree. No doubt about it. But yeah, the Giants gotta get rid of their DC. How are we playing so deep off the line of scrimmage or wherever the hell they got the safeties? Playing so deep, and as soon as they get to the 50, 40-yard line, this guy could kick the ball no problem. So you really got to play the 50-yard line. And Bowen had them playing so deep, so soft coverage. And, of course, we go to overtime and then lose the same way we got to overtime. We could have won this game if it wasn't for that first quarter or that first drive that Hudson had 4 penalties or 3 penalties. 3 that was definitely his fault. The 4th one wasn't. But at the same time, no excuses. You killed your whole team. They say yanked him out of the game, and he's upset on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? So he had a terrible, terrible day. Oh my God, terrible day. So hopefully he's a rich guy. He'll be all right. Hey guys, thank you for coming through. Please hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on all. Y'all know what to do, but I definitely need the support. Please hit that like button. But yeah, Giants played a pretty good game. Even though the score didn't show it, the defense showed up. They got tired in overtime. But they had a lot of rushes on a lot of pass rushes or pressures on Dak. They came up with a turnover. I wish we had just one more turnover. That would have solidified the game. We would have won. Yeah, man, we had our chance. We could have beat the Cowboys. That would have been great, because now we got to play a 0-2 Chiefs. And the Chiefs are super hungry for the next game, for their first win of the season. They're going to come correct against the Giants. They are a run-first team now. And it's going to be a boring game, and they're going to run all through the Giants. I already know it. Giants are not particularly that good at stopping the run. They're not aggressive at stopping the run. We miss tackles at times. It's going to be a bad game for the Giants, and that's why we needed to win against the Commanders. And this game right here, we needed to win. So we're going to more than likely be 0-3. Going against the Saints, and we'll be 1-3 after beating the Saints, right? If you guys are into sports betting, take that. It's against the Chiefs. We'll be lucky if we score 10 points. So I'm thinking 25-10 is going to be that score. The Chiefs defense is going to be major trouble. So they got a crazy front. Their front 4 and their linebackers and their corners are all, I don't even want to talk about it. 25-10 Chiefs, but then the Giants, they're going to roar back. They might put up the same numbers that they put up against Dallas, against the Saints. That might be like a 24-17 game, something like that. So definitely, if those numbers come out correct and y'all bet on it, let me know in the comment section when we make a video on that. But yeah, so yeah, man, that was a good game, but I wish the Giants would have won. They got to fire Shane Bowen. Fire Shane Bowen now. Fire him now. Hire Antonio Pierce or anyone else. And look, if we fire Bowen, it's still going to be his system, but his system could be ran a bit differently. So I'd say fire him. Get rid of him. We don't need him as a defensive coordinator. We just don't. The assistant defensive coordinator could probably do a bit better. Anyway, Maximum Football. We got Maximum Football update is today. It'll probably go live, if not now, maybe around 12 or so. But definitely check that out. I'll probably go live sometime tonight with the update. I don't like to go live with the updates so soon because, I'm just like, it's an independent company, and sometimes when they throw updates out, it might throw something off whack. So I like to wait until they update the update with a hot patch or something like that. But I probably will go live tonight, probably on PC, and see how the update is. I'll probably go PC and then go console. I don't know. And you'll be there. I appreciate you, Sage. Thanks for coming through, for real. Both lives today. So yeah, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna play the game. Maybe I'll go live first on Xbox, stop the stream, and go live on PC. I think I could do that. Maybe I'll test that, see if I can do that. But yeah, that's how we do it. That's the show for today. I got to take my butt into work. I said I'll be in around 10:30, and it's 10:29. Guys, really, thank you for showing your support and coming through on the live stream on this this episode of Good Morning Drives. Guys, have a great morning. Have a great day. Stay blessed. Stay productive. And as always, stay positive. All right. We are out of here. Thank you for coming through. Thanks for the support. Share the video. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. All right. We out of here. Peace.